Now coming to next topic, scattering parameters, right? Now you know different types of parameters under your that is EC electronic circuits, right? You know different types of parameters, that is Z parameters, Y parameters, impedance, admittance, and you have transmission parameters, that is ABCD parameters, and you have hybrid parameters, H parameters, right? Like this you have different types of parameters, that is Z parameters, Y parameters, ABCD parameters. Nothing but we call it as two-port network parameters, right? Where you will find the relation between voltage and current, right? There you will find the relation between, see, all these four types of parameter, whether it is Z or Y or H or ABCD parameters. If you see the that is equations, there you will find the relation between voltage and current only, right? Now these are your low frequency parameters. That means these two-port networks are applicable for low frequency circuits. Now if you want to evaluate the relation at your high frequency, now these parameters are used, that we call it as scattering parameters, right? Now what is the difference between Z parameters, two-port network parameters, and scattering parameters? Two-port network parameters, nothing but Z, Y, ABCD and H. These parameters are used for low frequency circuits, right? Low frequency circuit. Now whereas scattering parameters are used to evaluate the relation between, there you will find the relation between voltage and current. Here you will find the relation between incident power and reflected power, right? Nothing but input power and output power, right? Now this is about your scattering parameters, right? Nothing but, see, you have two-port network parameters, that is Z, Y, ABCD and H. Now those are applicable to low frequency circuits, and if you see the equations, now those will be relating with voltage and current. Now coming to scattering parameters, these are applicable for high frequency circuits, nothing but microwave circuits, right? Now we can't use ZY to your microwave circuits, because those are applicable to only low frequency circuits, right? Now here you will find the relation between incident power and reflected power. Scattering parameters are applicable for microwave circuits in order to find the relation between incident power and reflected power. Now let me find out what is the scattering parameter. Now to obtain the relation between this incident power or input power, incident power is also called as input power, and another one is reflected power, that is also called as output power. Now we have different ports, right? Now there you will have only two ports, but here you will have n ports, right? Whereas under ZY you will have only two port, that's why those are called two port network parameters. Now here you will have n ports, right? Now here you will have n ports. Now let us draw this structure. Now now you know Z parameters, Y parameters and ABCD parameters. Those are nothing but two-port network parameters. Now let me differentiate these two parameters. See, two-port network parameters are applicable to low frequency circuits. Now coming to scattering parameters, these are applicable for microwave circuits, nothing but high frequency circuits, right? Now the under two-port network parameters, now we will find the relation between voltage and current, but here under scattering parameters you will find the relation between incident power or input power to the reflected power or output power, right? Now there is voltage and current relation, and here you will have power relation, right? Now coming right, now coming to this, there it is only two port, but here you will have n ports. Under two port, the name itself indicates only two ports, but here under scattering parameters this can be applicable for n ports, right? Under two port, those are applicable only for two ports, and here it is applicable for n ports. N may be anything, 1 2 3 so on up to infinity, right? Now coming to scattering parameters, now let me define the relation between input power and output power, nothing but incident power and reflected power, using this diagram, right? Now consider this diagram. Now in order to obtain the relation between incident power and reflected power, now these are your n ports, right? Nothing but n number of transmission line. Now consider this n number of transmission line, where you know load impedance ZL and characteristic impedance Z0, right? Now when ZL equals to Z0, what happens, right? There won't be any reflections, right? Now when ZL is not equals to Z0, there will be some reflection. That means whatever the power that you are getting incident, that power will get some of the power will get reflected only when ZL not equals to Z0. You know this concept, right? Now consider this n number of transmission line. Now this is your source, right? Now this n number of transmission line are connected to the source I, right? Connected to the source I. Now where AI indicates this particular incident power and BI indicates reflected power, right? Now this I is also varying 0 to 1 to n, right? This I is also varying from 1 to n, right? Now consider case 1. Now using this figure, now let us find out relation between input power and output power. Now consider case 1, right? You have n number of transmission line. If you see this figure, you have first transmission line, second transmission line, so on up to n number of transmission line, right? Now consider case 1, right, where first transmission line for the first transmission line ZL not equals to Z0, and for remaining transmission line lines, that is from second to n, right? Now ZL equals to Z0, right? ZL equals to Z0. Now consider case 1, right? If you see this figure, right, now this is your n number of transmission line, first, second, so on up to n, right? Now I is nothing but the source, you are generating some power. Now AI is the incident power, and I is also varying from 1 to n, and BI is the reflected power, right? Reflected power, right? Now using this figure, now consider case 1, right? Now consider case 1. For the first transmission line, ZL not equals to Z0, and for the remaining transmission line, ZL equals to Z0, right? Now this is the case 1. For the first transmission line, ZL not equals to Z0, and for the remaining transmission line, ZL equals to Z0. Now what happens? Now when ZL equals to Z0, there won't be any reflections, right? There won't be any reflections. Now when ZL equals to not equals to Z0, there will be some reflected power, right? Now if you see this structure, you won't get any reflections from second transmission line to nth transmission line, because load impedance equals to source impedance, right? The power will get reflected only for first transmission line, because ZL is not equals to Z0. Load impedance is not equals to Z0, right? You know this concept. When load impedance is not equals to source impedance, power signal will get reflected, right? Now for this first transmission line only you will get reflected power. Now for the remaining transmission lines there won't be any reflections, right? Now the relation now A1 is nothing but input power to first transmission line, right? A1 is nothing but input power to first transmission line. Now for the first transmission line ZL is not equals to Z0. Now what happens? Power will get reflected, right? Now B1 is nothing but output power or reflected power, output power or reflected power from first transmission line, right? From the first transmission line, right? Now how A1 is related to B1? Now B1 is nothing but reflected power. Now why are getting reflected power? We have considered a case where ZL not equals to Z0 only for first transmission line. Now B1 equals to, now reflected power equals to reflection coefficient into incident power or the input power that is given by A1, right? Now B1 equals to SI1 into A1, right? B1 equals to SI1 into A1, right? Now this is the equation, that is relation between input power and reflected power. Input power and reflected power, this is the relation, right? Now consider case 2, right? Now coming to case 2, now consider case 2. Now if you see this, B1 is the reflected power and A1 is the incident power from port 1, that is first transmission line. Now SI1, right? SI1 input you are giving to port 1, right? I1 is nothing but input of a particular port or particular transmission line, and I that will vary, right? Now this I will say while explaining its properties. What is SI1, right? Now coming to case 2, where all transmission line, that is for all transmission line ZL not equals to Z0, right? Now consider case 2. For the first transmission line ZL not equals to Z0, there will be reflected power. Now for the second transmission line ZL not equals to Z0, power is reflected, and for the so on up to nth transmission line ZL not equals to Z0, the power will get reflected, right? Now consider case 2, for all the transmission line ZL not equals to Z0, right? Now for the first line, that is first transmission line, now what is B1? B1 is nothing but SI1 A1, right? Incident reflected power equals to reflection coefficient into incident power. Now for the second line, what you will get? Second transmission line B2, right? Reflected power at second transmission line, which is equals to reflection coefficient SI2 into incident power A2, right? Now this varies up to nth line, nth transmission line. Now what is nth transmission line reflected power? Denoted by Bn, which is equals to Sin, and the incident power is An, right? Now what is the total contribution? If you see this figure, B1 is reflecting, B2 is reflecting, and so on up to B3, B4, so on up to Bn, right? Now here all reflected power will get, now what is the total contribution? B1 plus B2 plus so on up to Bn, here it is getting, right, which is equals to Bn, right? Now what is the total contribution? Total contribution of reflected power, that is from port first transmission line, second transmission line, so on up to nth transmission. The total reflected power, now that is given by SI1 A1 from first transmission line, SI2 A2 from second transmission line, so on up to nth transmission line, SIN AN. Now this is the total reflected power from all nth transmission line, right? Now I have said source I. Now I is nothing but the source. Now this can be from, I can be from 1 to n, right? Now if I equal, we got Bi is nothing but total contribution of reflected power, that is given from reflected power from port 1, reflected power from port 2 SI2 A2, reflected power from port 3 plus so on up to reflected power from nth transmission line. Port or transmission line, generally we consider ports, that I am repeating here, right? Now port or transmission line, both are same, don't get confused, right? Now SI1 A1, SI2 A2 plus SI3, this is the total contribution of reflected power. Now consider, see, as I have said, I can be varying from 1 to n, right? Now I equals to 1. Now when I equals to 1, B1 equals to S11 A1 plus S12 A2. Now substitute I equals to 1 in the above equation, S13 A3 plus so on up to S1n AN. Now I equals to 2. Now B2 equals to S21 A1 plus S22 A2 plus S23 A3 plus so on up to S2n AN. Now this I is varying from 1 to 3 so on up to n. Now I equals to n. Now when I equals to n, Bn equals to Sn1 A1 plus Sn2 A2 plus Sn3 A3 plus so on up to Snn AN. Now if you see this reflected power, we are getting from 1 to 3 so on up to 1 n, and similarly reflection coefficient, nothing but s parameters, and that will, and A1 A2 A3 so on up to AN are incident power. Now this total, all these expressions can be represented in a matrix form, that is B1 B2 so on up to Bn, right? B1 B2 so on up to Bn. Now this is equals to S11 S12 so on up to S1n, S21 S22 so on up to S2n, now so on up to Sn1 Sn2 so on up to Snn, right? Into incident power A1 A2 so on up to AN, right? Now if you solve this also, you'll get same above expressions only, right? Now this is about your scattering parameters. This is nothing but scattering parameters, nothing but S matrix, nothing but reflection coefficient. Scattering parameters, S matrix, reflection coefficient, all are same. Now if you see this, what is the order of S? N cross N, right? What is the order of S? N cross N. Now this is nothing but reflected power or in output power, reflected power or output power, and this A is nothing but incident power. This A is nothing but incident power or input power, right? This A is nothing but incident power or input power. Now this is about your scattering matrix. In short notation, we will represent it as B equals to matrix of B equals to matrix of S into A. Now the order of S is N cross N, and S is a square matrix, right? S is a square matrix, right? Now let me briefly explain. Now two-port network parameters, right? Two-port network parameters are used for low frequency circuits only. Now if you want to now, whereas scattering parameters are used for microwave circuits, right? Under two-port network, you will find the relation between voltage and current, whereas for scattering parameters, you will find the relation between output power and input power, right? Now under two-port network, those are only for two ports only, but here you will have n ports, right? N port. Now consider this figure. Now we have n transmission line, first transmission line, second transmission line, so on up to n transmission line, right? Now this is your source. All these transmission lines are connected to a source I, right? Now where AI is the incident power, nothing but input power. Now Bi is the reflected power. Now when power will get reflected? When load impedance is not equals to source impedance. Now consider case 1, right, where for only first transmission line ZL not equals to Z0, and for all the remaining transmission line ZL equals to Z0, right? Now when ZL equals to Z0, there won't be any reflected power, right? Now for you won't get reflected power from second transmission line to n transmission line. Only the power will get reflected per first transmission line. Now A1 is the incident power for first transmission line, and the B1 is the reflected power because ZL is not equals to Z0. Now the relation between B1 and A1, that is given by B1 equals to reflection coefficient into A1. Now that particular reflection coefficient is denoted by SI1, right? SI1. Now consider case 2. for all transmission line, ZL is not equals to Z0, right? ZL is not equals to Z0. Now what will happen? You will get reflected powers from all ports, right? Now for the first transmission line, this is the reflected power given, and for the second transmission line, reflected power B2 equals to reflection coefficient into incident power, and so on for nth transmission. Now the total reflected power is nothing but from first transmission line plus second transmission line, so on up to nth transmission. Now I is varying from 1 to n, right? When I equals to 1, now this is the expression you are getting. When I equals to 2, this is the expression, so on up to I equals to n, this is the expression. Now these equations can be represented in a matrix form, that is B1, B2, so on up to Bn equals to scattering matrix of order n by n into A1, A2, so on up to An, right? Now in a short notation, we will represent it as matrix of B, nothing but reflected power. B is nothing but reflected power or output power. This is equals to reflection coefficient or scattering parameters or S matrix into matrix of A, that is nothing but incident power or input power, right? See, generally now A is nothing but input power, right? And B is nothing but output power, right? B is nothing but output power or reflected power. Now the reflection coefficient is either SII or SIJ, right? Now what is mean by SII, what is mean by SII? Let me see. Now SII both are equal, right? Now consider S1, right? Now the second one is nothing but input port or input to that particular transmission line, and this is nothing but output port or output to that particular transmission line, right? Now this S11 indicates, right, you are giving input to first transmission line and you are collecting output from first transmission line, right? Now consider SIJ, right? SIJ, now you say the input you are giving through jth transmission line, right? Input you are giving to jth transmission line and output you are collecting from ith transmission line. Second one indicates input port or input power to transmission line, to that particular transmission line, and this is nothing but output port or output to that particular transmission line. See, SII is nothing but, see, now consider S22, right? SII or S22 both are same. Input you are giving to second transmission line and output you are getting from second transmission line, right? Now consider S32, right? Input you are giving to second transmission line and output you are collecting from third transmission line. This I will say while explaining your microwave devices, right? Now while explaining that I will say it, right? Now this is about scattering parameters, right? Thank you.